Dear students, the last class, in the last science session, we were discussing resistance, factors on which resistance depends, and resistivity. Let me recall all these points once again. Let me brief these points once again. You know that conductor is made of atoms, and the atoms are in the state of vibration. They are densely packed also. Electric current means flow of charges. So electrons cannot move easily among the atoms. They start colliding with the atoms. Hence, their motion is restricted, their motion is obstructed, or their speed is reduced. This obstruction offered by the conductor to the flow of charges is called resistance of the conductor. What are the factors on which resistance depends? Resistance depends on length of the conductor, thickness of the conductor, or we can say area of cross section, nature of the conductor, temperature of the conductor. So resistance, that is the property to obstruct the flow of charges, depends on four factors: length of the conductor, thickness of the conductor, nature of the conductor, and temperature of the conductor. Let me consider one by one. Here I have two samples. These two are made of same material. They are maintained at same temperature. They are having same thickness. So only factor I varied here is length. See, here electron, the collisions will be less because the path itself is less. Here electrons have to travel longer distance, so number of collisions will be more. That means obstruction is more in this case. Obstruction is less in this case. Less collisions, more collisions. So as the length of the conductor increases, obstruction also increases, collision also increases. So you can generalize that resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Means as the length increases, resistance also increases. Here I have two samples, A and B. They are of same material, made of same material, same length, maintained at same temperature. Here what I have varied is area of cross section. Students, electrons cannot move easily through A because the available space is less. So collisions will be more. Here electrons can move easily, charges can move easily because lot of space is available for their movement. So what we can conclude here is, as the area of cross section increases, obstructions or collisions decreases. So inversely proportional. Resistance, area of cross section is more, resistance is less. If area of cross section is less, resistance will be more. So the other two factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends are nature of the conductor and temperature. See, the resistance depends on nature, means material is made of atoms. The arrangement of atoms different in different materials. So the degree of obstruction vary from material to material, and it depends on the temperature also. So we can generalize these two things. So once again, resistance also depends on nature of the conductor because the arrangement of atoms in each material differs from one another, and therefore the degree of obstruction also varies. As far as temperature is concerned, in case of conductor resistance increases with the temperature. That means as the temperature increases, the resistance also increases. In case of alloy, as the temperature, if we vary the temperature, resistance also varies, but within a very narrow range. Which one? So in case of semiconductors, as the temperature increases, resistance decreases. So resistance vary with temperature and depends upon the material also. In case of conductor, resistance increases as the temperature increases. Here in case of alloy, resistance vary within a narrow range. In semiconductors, resistance decreases with increase in temperature. So we do not generalize this. We generalize only length and area of cross section. See, next is resistivity. See, don't get confused much between resistance and resistivity. Resistivity is also known as specific resistance. So, resistivity is nothing but resistance only, but it is the resistance offered by a conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section. For example, I have taken a material of length 1 meter and area of cross section 1 meter square. So it will have a material of length 1 meter and area of cross section 1 meter square. So resistance of such material is called resistivity. So resistivity is nothing but resistance only. Resistance offered by a conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section when the electrons are flowing perpendicular to the cross sectional area. That's all. So next is, what are the factors on which resistivity depends? Resistivity depends only on temperature. It does not depend on length or area of cross section because it is specific. That means it is for unit length and unit area of cross section. So it depends only on temperature. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So we can derive the formula for resistivity. So we know that resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to area of cross section or thickness. Let me combine these two. Resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. R is equal to rho into L by A. This rho is called proportionality constant. So this is the formula for which one? Resistance. One another formula. So on cross multiplication, rho L is equal to RA. Rho is equal to RA by L. This is the formula for resistivity. Let us calculate the resistivity, or let us use this formula. By knowing resistivity, length and area, we can calculate the resistance. By knowing resistance, area of cross section and length, we can calculate the resistivity. Here is one worked example from your text. Resistance of a metal wire of length 1 meter is 26 ohm. Two things are given. Length is 1 meter and its resistance is 26 meter. Diameter of the wire is 0.3 mm. Millimeter, it is given in millimeter. We need to convert that into meters. So let me list out what are all the given information. and he has given temperature. So at that temperature, this itself gives you the idea that the resistivity depends on temperature. So you have to calculate the resistivity of the metal at this temperature. So what are all the given information? You can make out many things. Length of the conductor is 1 meter. Resistance of the conductor is 26 ohm. And the diameter is 0.3 millimeter. So what you have to do is you have to convert that into meters. So 0.3 divided by 10, it becomes centimeter. Divided by 100, it becomes meter. So 0.3 by 10 power 3. So D is equal to 0.3. When it comes to numerator, it becomes 10 power minus 3. For your convenience, you can write 3 into 10 power minus 4 meter. So this is the diameter. It is given in millimeter. We have converted into meters. Let us substitute the values in the formula. So we know the formula, that is rho is equal to RA by L. Area of cross section. Let me take this area, a circular area. A is equal to pi r square. A is equal to pi r square. Pi radius is half of the diameter. So d by 2 the whole square. So A is equal to pi d square by 4. Even you can convert this into radius, and you can directly, either you can write pi r square in the place of A, or pi d square by 4 in the place of A. So rho is equal to R into pi d square by 4 into L. So I have written R and L as it is. In the place of A, I have written pi d square by 4. Let me substitute the values. Rho is equal to 26 ohm resistance. This is 22 by 7 into diameter is 3 into 10 power minus 4 whole square. Here we need to write 4 into length of the conductor is 1 meter. So rho is equal to 26 into 22. 3 square is 9 into 10 power minus 4 whole square. That is x power m whole power n is equal to x power mn. You know the laws of exponents. So here I have to write 10 power minus 8 divided by 7 into 4. So on simplification, you can cancel 2s are 2, 13s are, next 2 1s are 2, 11s are, you will get rho is equal to 1287 by 7 into 10 power minus 8. So rho is equal to, on dividing you will get 183.85 into 10 power minus 8. So you can write and that is ohm meter. Resistance, the unit of resistance is ohm, unit of resistivity is ohm meter. And you can express the answer according to your convenience. This can be written as 18.385 into 10 power minus 7 or 1.8385 into 10 power minus 6, or you can write it as 1.8. You can increase this 1 by 1, 84 into 10 power minus 6 ohm meter. So this is the resistivity of the metal wire, the given material. So one more problem is there, that is, this problem is taken from the exercise. Let me read the problem. A copper wire has diameter, once again here diameter is given. In the previous problem it was 0.3 mm, here it is 0.5 mm. Resistivity of that wire is given, that is 1.6 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. You are asked to find out what will be the length of the wire so that to make its resistance 10 ohm, resistance of that wire. To make the resistance 10 ohm, what length we have to take. That's all. So later, once again, we need to convert this, express this diameter in meters, that is 5 into 10 power minus 4 meter. I have calculated directly how to do this as shown in the previous problem. So let me substitute the values. So rho is equal to RA by L. You are asked to calculate L. L is equal to RA by rho. So in the place of A, we have to write pi d square by 4 into rho. So let me substitute the values. Here R is, that is 10 ohm, resistance is 10 ohm, 22 by 7, diameter is given 5 into 10 power minus 4 whole square, because square is there, pi d square, d and square, into the remaining thing in the denominator, 4 into resistivity. How much? 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. So L is equal to 10 into 22 into 5 square is 25. X power m whole power n is x power mn, that is 10 power minus 8 divided by 7 into 4 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. These two things get cancelled. So the remaining is, we'll get 10 into 22 into 25. On simplification, you will get 122.75 meters. You have to multiply and then you have to divide. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.